Boobs are showing. Yeah, all right, we're good. Have to. There's 3 stars to this show, me and these. Welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I am Kirsten, Langston, author and intuitive, and I have guests today. It is Auntie in the living room, and we have, oh my God, I fucking forgot your name.
Matthew.
We have Tammy and Matthew here. They are paranormal investigators with Lost Souls Investigations. So check this shit out. First of all, this broad over here was just on Ghost Adventures. I'm gonna out her. I'm gonna out her right now. I saw the episode. The fucking crucifix flew off the wall. Shit went cray cray. I saw the episode. Girl had to go to the hospital. Y'all need to check that out. That was some shit. But I met her before that, so I'm already in the door. So are you like de facto leader here? Or you're just actual leader?
We're partners.
Okay.
We founded the team.
She's the bossy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
All right.
He's the co-founder.
Okay, so you guys co-founded Lost Souls Investigations together. When did you do that?
2012.
Okay, and why did you do that?
Well, I had met him a few years prior to that, and we were on a team together. That didn't work out so well, and so we kind of just went off and did our own thing.
We did not like the team. I want to ask her to spill the tea, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I have no problem.
Ooh, girl, spill the tea. Spill the tea, mama.
We didn't agree with the way things were going.
Right.
And we didn't agree with how they did things, so we went to do it.
Right, and you were like, fuck this, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah.
If you're new here, we cuss. They are very good people. This one's wearing a crucifix, so they don't have to cuss, but you know that Auntie can't keep her mouth clean. What's the name of the website?
Lost Souls
LostSoulsInv.org.
Yes. It's awesome.
Speaks, ladies.
Look it up.
It just happened.
Look it up.
I'll link everything to these guys for you so you can find them super easily. So if you have a haunting, you could... Hello, Tammy. You gotta come over, girl. We got a ghost. And do you charge for this?
No way. No.
They don't
never.
charge, you guys. Get these sexy people in our house. They are doing it for the free right now. That may not always be the case. Matt, let's talk about the gadget. Matt, you gotta talk.
Okay.
Tell me about the gadgets.
Okay. Gadgets. So pretty much we use K2 meters. Which is electromagnetic. It searches for electromagnetic energy.
Okay, so hold on. I know, I'm gonna interrupt a little bit because some of these people that are gonna watch are gonna be like, I don't know what they're talking about. So your electromagnetic energy means what? Like if you find it and it's not in the walls and it's not electricity, we're looking at what? A
possible spirit.
Okay.
Of something that we can't explain.
Like an anomaly.
Anomaly, yeah, something we can't explain. So yeah, like you said, basically that's not power, or we use it to debunk electricity that is coming from the walls.
Right.
So if it's something that's not coming from the walls, or say the power breaker is off, that's something like we like to do. We like to make sure the power breaker is off. Right. Make sure we eliminate all those traces of electricity, so that we can try to find an explanation for it as being paranormal. Possibly.
Okay, so that's your K2. So what else you got?
We got voice recorders.
Okay.
Voice recorders, we ask a question, try to get a response back from something that we can't hear with our own ears. Right. Or maybe we can hear it with our own ears, and then we play it back to see if we get a response.
Okay, now, I was with these guys. We looked at the Portuguese Hall. We did not record that. Probably should have. But it's all right. When we were there, you had that like radio thing, right?
We did record it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, I mean for me, honey.
Oh.
I don't care about you.
I know, honey. I mean for me. So what is it? It's a what now?
Ghost box.
A ghost box. Okay. So how does that work? Are you guys loving this shit? Because I'm loving it.
So how that works is it sweeps through. So you'll have it on like AM, for instance, and it's.
So question.
Okay.
Is it a radio?
Yeah.
It's a radio. Okay.
Yeah. But you're sweeping through it faster. So you know how you just normally listen to the radio?
Yeah.
But you're sweeping, and you're sweeping in reverse. So basically this creates a white noise, which this allows the spirits to speak through.
Okay.
So say, sometimes you get the radio interference and it's nothing. And sometimes you'll hear a full sentence going through multiple sweeps. Or even one answer, word-worded answer that goes through a multiple sweep. And then most likely that's the spirit talking to you and not picking up radio interference.
Okay. Do we have any other Gugas, gadgets?
There's the REM pod, that little round thing that has little lights on it and has a little antenna.
Oh, I remember this thing.
Yes.
Yeah. This thing is very interesting. It looks like a cake. Auntie likes food. To me, it looked like a little cake. Like just a little individual cake. Yeah. But it had lights on it, and then it had this thing coming out the top of it. And so it only goes off, if I remember correctly, it only goes off if somebody touches that antenna. That's basically the only way it's going to go off. You have to be
in that very small field. Right there.
Right.
And that kind of plays off electromagnetic fields as well. Sticking to more old school methods of investigating, just using the recorders, camera, taking pictures, doing video, that's going to be your solid evidence. Anything you get hits on equipment,
who knows?
Who knows?
You cannot definitively say it is a ghost. You cannot.
Right.
But if you get a picture of something and you don't know what the hell it got in there, it's a little bit more evidentiary, maybe a word. Graduated college. What is the weirdest case you guys have ever had? Not the scariest, not the creepiest, not the most boring, but where you guys are just like,
okay, so there was this lady in Danville, California.
Here we go, Danville. We're looking at you, rich white ladies.
And the claims were demonic and alien.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting to hear that. I'm like, oh, okay. What is the worst case you've ever, like bar none, either everything goes wrong or you're in the house, the shit's rattling, like worst case where you're like, I would never do that again?
I don't know, the rattling excites me. So I would never say I would never do that
okay,
again.
she's spilling more tea. The rattling excites her. Is she single? We'll find out after the break. I'm teasing. Okay, so no, but really though, like, is there anything where just everything went wrong, or like all the batteries drained, you can't film anything, like anything where shit just went awry and you were like, this is bullshit?
We did Linda's house, Linda's father's house.
That would be Linda G, y'all.
Yeah,
that would be Miss Linda G.
And unfortunately, he wasn't there for that investigation. But we had we had walkie-talkies, and we sent one of the guys in the house. The rest of us stayed in the garage. We hear this bang, bang, bang on the garage wall. K2 starts spiking. Walkie-talkie starts going off. It's a girl with a British accent. She sounded like maybe she was 16, and she kept saying, "Help me," over and over again.
Shit, this is in Linda G's father's house.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we're trying to communicate with the guy in the house, but he's hearing the same thing on his. We can't communicate with one another at all. And so it's getting a little scary. He comes outside. We have all of it on our happy little pink recorder. And somehow he grabs the recorder out of my hand to go back into the house and deletes every freaking thing on the recorder. Probably some of our best evidence deleted.
Wow. You have to wonder, was it really accidental? Not by his fault, but the universe,
spirits,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Holy shit. Okay, so she got her purse like Sophia Petrillo. This is some Golden Girls shit. I love it. Have you ever been in fear for your life?
Yes.
Have you ever been? Oh, he's drinking. Let's wait. Let's all watch Matt take a drink. Have you ever been in fear for your life?
While doing a paranormal investigation?
I mean, if you want to spill tea on anything else, shark attacks, what have you.
Let's stick with paranormal investigation-wise. Probably not.
No.
No.
You have, though.
Yes.
You were like, I am being physically threatened to the point where death is possible.
Well, so our first demonic case that we officially, our first demonic case that we worked, was a very personal one for me. I went with another partner who was no longer part of our team. Her and I went to interview. See, we have to go do the interview, go down a list of stuff, fill out paperwork, whatever. And it was a very interesting situation. The woman had contacted us saying that there was a demon in her house. Told me that her son was bipolar, because mental illness plays a big factor into hauntings as well.
Right.
Well, the odd thing was, this is her house. Here's her backyard. Here's my mom's backyard.
Damn it.
So a little close for comfort. Right. We're interviewing. She goes upstairs with the other girl and her brother, because it was her brother, and her son that lived in the house. Leaves me downstairs with the son.
Oh, fun. That's super fun.
And
so you're downstairs. So she flat out tells you he's bipolar.
Yeah. So I already knew something.
Right.
He introduces himself. My name was so-and-so, but call me this name instead.
That's weird.
So that right there was kind of weird to me. And then he proceeds to say that he plays with the Ouija board and he invites them in so he can learn from them. I'm sitting there legit with like my hand on my rosary, just rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it, because he's just putting off this like fucked up vibe, and I'm like, there's something's wrong with this guy.
I would have had my hand on my pistol.
If I had one, I would have.
Yeah, well, that is some shit.
But then, no, it gets worse. So then he proceeds to say that he traveled outside of the country because he was in the military, and that he had gone to Germany and Prague, and said that he had investigated the catacombs of Prague. Well, that was my honeymoon 6 months prior to this investigation. Flat out, everything he described, completely my honeymoon. And I'm like, something's not right here.
Right.
Something's not right. And then, so I just was getting this really bad vibe from him, and everything he was saying just wasn't adding up.
Right.
So after we leave, and I call the lady and I said, look, if you want us to pursue with this case, I need to meet with you outside of your home, by yourself, and tell you what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because, so another weird thing was the house was complete disarray, and that's very common in these darker cases. It's like a bad case of hoarders. It happens quite often.
Yeah.
Anyway, so her brother, for some reason, sleeps in her room. They had a couch here and a couch here. And the son slept here, and she sleeps here.
Oh, this is weird.
Her claims are that she's being raped by this demon.
Oh my shit.
But then she also says that sometimes he gets on the couch with her. So
So
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie American Haunting. But in that movie, the daughter's being raped by the father.
Right.
Which is creating this...
Was that Sissy Spacek was in that?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
And so it's creating a situation. So you're voiding out what's really going on, and you're creating something else to ignore it. So I met with her at Starbucks, and I asked her, has your son ever been in the military? No, he's never left the country. Okay, big indication right there then. And then I said, the next time that you feel like you've been raped by something, I want you, and I will go with you if this makes you feel more comfortable, but I want you to get a rape kit.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that this is spiritual.
Right.
She didn't want to do that. And that was a hard part of the whole thing, was because she didn't want to do anything that I'm suggesting.
Right.
And I can't help you if you don't want to listen to what I have to say. But we did it. We investigated. First day we go. You were there, right? When the shoe flew and...
I think it was in the...
Different room. Right. So K2's, all that didn't work because there was a lot of electrical wiring above and around that house, so we couldn't use any of that for equipment. But we're like walking around the house. We're in his room. He has all these satanic drawings on his wall. We go into a closet. Satanic drawings on the wall, like literally on the wall in the closet. And Drew and I were in his bedroom, and a shoe flew off his speaker and hit Drew in the back.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, that's not good. So whatever, we keep going. We go into the room that her brother stays in, and he has this table, and he's very, like, on the extreme end of religious. So he's got this, like...
Wait, hold on. So we have satanic, bipolar, crazy cuckoo bananas guy over here, and then we have crazy religious guy in the next room.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right? So, and I'm like, I'm not on the bed, I'm on my knees, but I'm like kneeling, so I'm like half of my body's on the bed, kind of kneeling over, and the bed starts to shake a little bit.
Oh, hell no.
And I'm like, oh, fuck this. So, I mean, we got some good stuff investigating.
Right.
And it was like the last time I came back, but I didn't come with the guys, I came back with the chick. And we go into the bedroom, and,
You alright, Mama?
No, because this is fucking crazy. So he's got like a dresser, and then he's got like stacks of, like, you know, new sock stacks, and then a hat. And then sitting in the hat is a Polaroid photo. I'm walking up because it's children. And I go to pick up the photo, and it's me and my sister. I was 5 years old. My sister was in the photo with me. And then laying on the table behind it was 2 negatives of me and my best friend. My dad had took those photos of me and my best friend when we were 16. When we were 16, mind you.
Oh my God.
So, but the weirder shit is too, I found that Polaroid and those negatives and when we were cleaning up my mom's house because she had just recently sold her house. So she was moving in this process. And we put those, he helped me put those in a box, sealed the box up, shit went to storage. So I call the family, you need to fucking come home right now.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is my photo in your house?
Yeah.
Okay, so this woman lived in this house for 20 years. The activity started a year prior to her calling us. That year, right when it started, he was picked up and taken in, I think, to John George or something like that, and diagnosed schizophrenic.
Of course he was.
There was a point where, remember, she wasn't like returning our phone calls, and like I would do like wellness checks, you know, just to see.
Right.
And her voicemail was like full, and it was crazy, and we were in the area, so I was like, let's just stop by and make sure she's alive.
So you go back.
Yeah, and we walk up to the door, the front door's open, it's just the screen, and the couches are flipped over, like the house is like ransacked.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And he comes to the door, and his eyes were like so big and black, and he's yelling at us like, what the fuck are you doing here? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm trying to get a hold of your mom. She's out fucking work and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
She's buried in the backyard.
That's what we thought. Like, we legit, the scene looked bad. We thought, fuck, he killed them both.
I would have called the cops. Fucking
Oh, trust me. She was,
we
were riding around in the car. She was frantic, and like there was another person with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
Okay, to the police station. I called the cops. The cops came out. Turns out she was at work.
I thought
Thank
she was
God.
gonna say dead. It turns out she was buried in the backyard.
And that was our first demonic case. So mind you, not a whole lot of experience in this area of darkness.
Favorite case. I want yours and I want yours.
Well, I would say my experience was favorable, I guess.
Okay.
To other people.
We'll take that.
Not to me, but.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. This is not good.
So we were at her house, was it 3 years ago at Halloween?
2.
Basically, a clock flew off her wall in her house.
At your house.
In her house.
Did it hit you?
No, it didn't hit me, but I cried.
You cried?
I cried.
Because you were like freaked out?
Because I was freaked out. It was like,
can I tell the lead up? Or do you want to tell the lead up?
Well,
you tell the lead up.
It started pretty much because we heard a door close.
Slam.
Slam.
Does this ever happen in your house?
The door closing?
Yeah.
No.
Shit happens.
Was the second time.
Okay.
The first time the clocks flew off the wall was that same week, the week before Halloween.
Okay.
And I legit saw them raise up and fly off. So they didn't just fall.
Right.
They projected 6 feet off the wall.
God, I've been pissed.
I was just pissed because I didn't have it like recording.
So basically, what had started it was an argument off of air pressure.
Okay.
That made the door
But
close.
I debunked him and proved him wrong.
No, I think it was air pressure that made the door close.
So full of shit.
But it was a full-blown argument, you know. It's like, F you, Tammy, F you, Matthew, you know. So it was an argument about the door closing.
Right.
And he's like, fuck this, there's no such thing as spirits, I don't believe in this shit.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Are we the resident skeptic?
Yes.
We're I love it. Fabulous. Okay, so nothing's going on. Fuck this shit. And then a clock.
So it calmed down for like 15, 20 minutes. She was in the restroom. There was other people in the living room.
Right.
But I'd say it was about like 20 feet away, maybe. 20 feet, give or take, on the wall. I was the only one really facing it. And all of a sudden, it projects off the wall and flies off like 5 or 6 feet. And I stand up and I scream, Tammy!
Oh
they're all screaming. They're all. I'm like trying to change out of my Halloween costume and go pee, and they're like, "It happened again!" And I come out and I just see his Halloween makeup running down his face.
Oh man!
Yeah, it was awesome. Honestly.
God. Anything ever followed you home?
Numerous times.
Yeah.
It's always me.
And you know? Do you know? So when you leave somebody's house, do you know? Or you walk out and you're like, God damn it. Like, do you walk out and just know?
Some of these darker cases, we were actually on our way home from one in Antioch, and we're driving. Remember, the back seat flies open. It hits the back of your chair.
Oh, God, that's annoying.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, so the back seat flies open, like out of nowhere.
Right.
And like, and at that point, like, I knew that case was a fucked up case. I could show you a picture of his eyes. Like, he was possessed. Yeah. And we were having weird stuff happening at home, like left and right when I was working that case. I had on my dresser, and the next day, well, it's the black dresser, so a little bit of dust had come on that.
Right.
And there was the word help written
hell no.
on my dresser, but the letters are so, like, to trace, like, I wrote above it.
Right.
My fingers were too wide. He did, his were too wide.
It says like a little kid.
So it would have to have been like a child finger.
Right.
And my niece at the time did not know how to spell.
Right.
So it wasn't her. So yeah, I think that something was trying to get my attention for sure. It was Mother's Day weekend, and I woke up that next morning. I couldn't breathe. Heart rate's going. But it wasn't like I couldn't breathe, like I couldn't breathe. It was like something was choking.
No.
And I legit have a handprint on my neck in a direction that it could not have been me.
There was one time where we were at a hotel, Fallon Hotel in Colombia. We went there for an investigation. We were upstairs in a hotel in one of the rooms, and I just had this feeling like it was like three of us. It was me, you, and who else was there? I don't know.
I don't know who was. Drew. I don't remember who was with us that time.
Yeah.
Oh, it was D'Angelo.
Okay. We were up there, and I was like, oh, maybe we should go downstairs. Something's telling me to go downstairs. Something's telling me to go downstairs. So we go downstairs, and then we start conducting an EVP session. Was it EVP session? I had asked, I just wanted to feel like asking, it was a few questions down the line, but I had asked, were you the one who told me to go downstairs in my head?
Oh, shit.
We played it back, and it said yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was an intelligent response back because I felt something was telling me, go downstairs, go downstairs, go downstairs. So that was totally weird. I really felt opened up that night where I was like, you know what, Matthew, just try it. Just like, just believe more, Matthew.
Right. Well, I think because he doesn't, you know, he is a lot more religious. We're all religious on the team, but
we're gonna say goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is Matthew. That is Tammy. I am Kirsten Langston. Ooh, thank you so much to everybody for watching. If you guys want to contact them, I will have all the information ready for you. You will have all the social media information. Remember, this bitch was just on Ghost Adventures, so go watch that episode.
And it was the number one rated show in the entire series.
It was very good. It was very, very good. Very good episode.
Confirmed.
Very good episode.
And also, we have an event coming up. In
please
September.
Plug the events. Yes.
September 20. No, I lied.
She's
September 14th through the 16th. We changed the weekend.
Okay.
In Columbia, California. It's $150 for the full weekend. You'll get to meet Elaine Dietz. She played Pazuzu in The Exorcist, and she was actually the body double who was in all of the really aggressive possession scenes. It wasn't Linda Blair, it was Elaine Dietz. We have Santiago Cirillo from The Walking Dead.
Oh.
Dalen from Ghost Brothers. Brandy from Ghost Hunters International. Patrick Doyle from The Ghost Mine. And a bunch of other familiar faces will be speaking. We'll have about 8 to 9 locations to investigate as well.
Hey, you guys, this thing is gonna sell out. I'm telling you, these guys are the real deal. I have fucked with them before. I fuck with them heavily. They are the real deal, and you know what? They're fun. You just saw it. You just saw it happen right here. You want to have a good time. You want to see some weird shit. These are the people you're gonna hang out with. September 14th
through the 16th.
Through the 16th, and it's called the Columbia...
Ghost Miners of the Columbia 2.
Ghost Miners of the Columbia 2. So can they find this on your website too?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be there. Listen, this shit will sell the fuck out. So your auntie is telling you, if you are in California, if you want to come to California, this is your jam in September, y'all. All right, my darlings, I do love you. I do adore you. I am, as always, your biggest cheerleader. Mwah. They don't charge everybody. So
no, we don't charge.
Right now they don't charge. I'm telling you, y'all need to charge some money. Great big thanks to Jacinta Higgins, our main sponsor for this program.